for me.
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
Ghost, pull Adam's finger.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3.
Scatty,
111. Coming to you live from downtown Los Angeles.
Wildly Uninteresting podcast, episode 121.
That's right.
With Adam, Ian, and Sarah.
Adam has staples in his head now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he got his little noggin stapled.
I'm an accident-prone person.
He's an accident-prone jackass, but God, fucking beast.
Yeah.
You're
He
made
is a
like a
beast.
tank.
It made me wonder,
Yes.
like, what is actually going to come? You know what's fucking crazy is you get hit by things, you bust your head open, a truck fucking knocks you like 20 yards and shit, and you're not dead yet, right?
Yeah.
What
Get
if
electrocuted and fall off a ladder.
a ladder, wake up in a pool of blood, but nope, just good. Keep on ticking.
Yeah.
Wake up, go back to work at 4 to 6 in the morning. So my question is, like, watch I go out in like the bitchiest way, like the most sad, fucking not entertaining way. I don't know
You
what
just
way
die in
that'd
your
be.
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't wake up one day and everybody's like, well, how'd he die? It's like adult SIDS. We don't really know.
Yeah, just the first case of it.
First case of adult SIDS we've ever seen.
Sudden infant adult death.
Sciads.
Yeah. Like I break my finger, it gets infected, gets into my bloodstream, and then I just croak.
Like the
or
cat
something.
cuts you.
Because I've always wondered that after, I guess there's a point in everybody's life they lose their innocence, right? And I feel like that ignorant innocence when I was like 20, 21, right there, right?
That ignorant innocence that you still have.
Oh, it's still alive here, boy. But I fucking, like, my buddy down in my lap, right? At that moment, I was like, oh shit, death is a real thing and it's alive, right?
I thought you said my buddy down in my lap. I mean,
Oh,
your
no.
dick?
Like sucking me off.
Getting that good head, and then he died.
Yeah, and then I died.
The thunderhead killed him.
That's right. But it like that moment I was like,
He couldn't breathe because my man's dick is big.
you just wanted to get that one in.
I had to say it, yeah.
It seeps into the airways.
That's right. But that's shit. Now I lost train
know.
of thought. But
Sorry.
look, check it out. So you lose your innocence in that moment. Like right then I knew like, oh, in a moment's notice I could be done for it. Like life is weird in that moment because it takes something. Some people don't get it until they're like 40 and then they have this midlife crisis and they're like, what the fuck is life? And they have this awakening that, oh shit, I'm gonna die and I've done nothing, blah blah blah. That shit happened when I was like 21. And I was like, when our wreck came up, I was like, this is it the second time. This is like, the universe coming back, like, I'm going to get you, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't. And then, like, the time that I woke up in a pool of blood at work and shit, the time I was pulled into that panel and I couldn't walk afterwards, the time, like, but I just, like, mentally still there. Like, after I hit myself, I just continued to work. I stuffed my hat full of, like, paper towel, continued to work. Yeah. And nothing, like, mentally changed as far as, like, how I viewed the world, right?
Tunnel vision.
So when you die, there's something that has to go on that's more than yourself, right? More than what you're visually seeing and stuff. You have to know, right?
I haven't died.
I don't know.
I
feel
was
like
reading the fucking...
You would know.
I was reading the things on the things to watch out for, like when you're having a heart attack, as a Mel, and one of them was the overwhelming feeling of doom. That's one of the like things to look out for. Like when you mentally
crazy.
like you know that you have this overwhelming feeling that the world is about to just crumble.
Well,
Right.
that stuff also comes allegedly from infrasound.
What's that?
Certain low frequencies that give you a sense of impending doom.
Yeah,
And,
that's the word. Impending
It's like
doom.
the government has found ways of utilizing this in certain areas. So
Like in music or in pop.
I don't know,
whatever?
like to keep people away from their top secret works, instead of like putting up signs where it's like, get the fuck out of here. They just have these sounds where it's like, it's such a low register that
You can't hear it.
yeah, it's like it's there, but you're not, like, where the fuck is this coming from? You're just like, oh, I don't feel good about this. And they occur naturally too. Like there are certain caves and shit where they can have it.
Damn.
That's fucking cool.
And you're just like, what the fuck? I don't feel good about this at all. I got to get out of here.
Yeah,
And
for
that's
real.
Because
just
of a
a-
sound.
That's just a deterrent.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's when
And
your
it-
instinct kicks in.
they finally started doing studies about like frequencies at different like hertz and how they affect the body. Remember that one? I don't know if it was like 4 something or up in the 600s.
I feel
Me
like it
and
was
you,
like 480.
You want to do
yeah,
that?
we fucking laid there for like 30 minutes and listened to not the binaural beats where it's like 2 tones playing at separate and then the offset is whatever your brain is attaching to, but like just the tone of like 468, 480 something.
Yeah, I'll look it up
And
and see
and
what
it was for
You know,
it was like healing your body, right? So we listened to about 30 minutes, and one of the side effects on the list were like you may feel physically sick, but it's your body like changing its biology to repair yourself, right? And I swear, I kid you not, no joke. We listened to 30 minutes, took them off, went to bed, and when we woke up, we felt like shit. Like
Yeah,
complete
definitely
dog
did not
shit.
feel good.
yeah.
But like a different kind of, it wasn't like your whole shit was messed up, but
Yeah. So like,
Our
oh man, I
internal
got a sore
body.
throat.
yeah.
It was 285 is for healing cuts and wounds and things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I was way off. I know that like the golden one is like 432 or some bullshit like that. The golden
Yeah.
Hertz.
440 is what most music is like in, I guess.
Yeah.
Nowadays, but that was
Yeah.
changed by the Nazis.
Yeah.
I just,
God
it's a
damn not.
conspiracy theory. I just wanted to throw it in there.
Let's see. Heals tissues and organs. 417 facilitates change.
But man, I'm telling you, that shit was real. We listened to that tone over and over again, and it was just like, holy shit, I feel bad. But I don't know if it was just like a mental thing or what, but I felt like dog shit. But they are looking into that. So I can see that being like an
Yeah.
absolute truth where, but it makes you wonder like what all are they putting into that? Maybe they're like putting that into videos that they don't necessarily want us to listen to.
Well, and you also have to trust that they're telling you the proper hertz. I mean, they could be giving you anything and tell you
Right.
it's something good, and it's the
Yeah.
one that makes your head explode. I mean,
Makes you, the one that makes you docile.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also makes you wonder too, because I have a overwhelming feeling that all of us are addicts in a certain sense, because we're all addicted to dopamine, right?
Yes.
So you're all
I love
like,
dopamine.
so for me, like opiates give me that rush that I'm like, oh shit, I'll never get away from dopamine in my life. I fucking love it. I'll marry
shit.
dopamine, right? But for other
I'll let it
people,
fuck me in the butt.
yeah, I like it that much for sure. But other people, it's like energy drinks or coffee or reading books or self-help and shit like that.
Heath bars.
Heath bars, yeah, and then they get fat as shit or they have diabetes and their foot gets cut off and shit.
Yeah.
But it just makes you wonder. Like I think we're all addicted to dopamine, and I don't even know where I was going with that. But I do know that we overconsume. You just said something about consuming instead
Yeah.
of. I feel like the rich people in this world
I wish I
have
knew.
shut that down. You know what I mean? They have a steady flow of dopamine on all levels,
Yeah.
in whatever way that means, and then they pump out everything, and people consume and consume and consume. Think about all the things that people are like, are you addicted to this? Like self-help or...
I mean, it makes
Working
sense because
out.
I mean, you want to keep people at a certain level of okay,
Yeah.
and then you can get away with more. But, I mean, if you take away the nefarious perspective of it, you know, it's kind of nice to be at least somewhat happy
Yeah.
as a result of what's going on. So I mean,
Even if it's momentary.
it's like, oh, we have dopamine at this level. It's, well, great, you know, because it's better than trying to convince the idiot masses to do something to better themselves.
No shit.
You just, here, watch this video, followed by this video. All right, now click this. Now do this. All right. Oh, that all makes me feel good. I know it does.
I know it does. We've done the research, you idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it's happening. Here, read this book. Nah, man, fuck that. Reading's for
Fuck that book.
fags.
Yeah, dude.
That
Fuck
kind of
book.
shit.
I
that-
love reading. I wish I could I love reading. I wish it would like stay in my brain better.
I was in Target, I guess yesterday, and I was looking at their book selections,
Yeah.
and the majority of them seem to either be like self-help books
Mm-hmm.
for adults, like your typical romance mystery shit,
Yeah.
or like self-esteem building for kids.
Really?
Self-esteem for kids.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like,
just
oh.
talk to your child properly and don't down them, and they'll have self-esteem.
Yes. Well, it seemed to be of the cultural type.
Yeah.
Oh.
dude.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so like
Black
that
people
kid
and
out in the
Italians are
world.
pretty too, you know, kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
That's weird that they market that though. There is an overwhelming amount for right now, and I don't know what that is. Maybe because they pumped in so much for like 20 somethings to make it big before they get older or whatever, or at an extremely young age. They're like, you gotta be extremely successful and hustle culture and work hard and motivate yourself. And then, you know, they get up to like 28, 29 and they haven't done anything at all. They've consumed and they haven't put in enough action. And then, you know, then they sell them a bunch of books that tell them that they were just doing it wrong the whole time. And, it, you know,
Right.
but the market's huge for it. You know what I mean?
As much as I thought like I didn't want any of that shit, I was like, I'm just gonna order all my shit on Amazon, call it a day.
Yeah.
But I could see the benefit of having that. You know, get to them young instead
Yeah.
of trying to fix them when they're broken adults.
Yeah.
It's definitely easier to
lot
instill
harder.
something than to fix something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, too, though, if you try to instill too much and you pressure your kid too much or tell them that they need to be this or that, if they don't achieve that quick enough, your 20s are a weird time,
Yeah.
like emotionally, and to deal with trauma, it's rough.
It's kind of like a tightrope walk.
Yeah, dude. And then by the time they're like 30, and if they haven't like crossed the barrier, I mean, it's fucking detrimental. Like anxiety and depression and all that runs rampant, and people don't understand why. And I think we read a quote the other day that the biggest mistake of our generation is social media, because think about it. Like our parents and stuff, they worked hard. There was no other outlet. That's what they did. And then us, we see so many people faking it. We see so many people actually making. We see so much wrong in the world. We see so much right. There's so much coming at us all at one time that we can't hang on to anything. We'll get distracted and go on another path that we think is our journey in life, and it's really not. You're just not listening to yourself. You're watching
Right.
all these TikTok videos and Facebook friends and
Or I was going to say, like, it kind of ties into social media anyway. Going back to like people, they like, I guess, working towards a goal, but they buy all these things and they're like, this is going to help me reach my goal. But then they don't have the hard work part of it. Like you can have all the proper equipment to do whatever you want to do. But if you don't actually utilize it, you're not going to go anywhere.
oh, that's what what we were
look.
kind of mentioned each other before the podcast.
We're best friends.
About like working with what you have, and even like, remember that truck you gave me, that little truck, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go out on my own. I don't have a van, but I'm gonna pack material in that one. I mean, it was a single bed little Ranger, and man, sometimes I couldn't even see out of the front of the window. There was so much material in the front with me.
Yeah.
Because I had to lock all my tools and everything. I had to lock it up in the truck.
Yeah.
But it's like you said before, like you have to do with what you have, like do something with what you have, because buying those things aren't going to make it your skill level any better.
Right.
Right.
Well, you don't want to like start off just buying a shit ton of stuff, no matter what you're doing. You don't want to just buy everything and like, I look the part, but I can't do anything. The looking the part doesn't help you at all.
No.
It doesn't matter. Eventually you'll get there. And that's how he started the company. He was in the Ranger. It's just him and a Ranger.
He's got to be in the shit.
Getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it makes you like, once you're to a level where you can go out and get a Mark whatever and the best camera and the best equipment and shit, once you get to that level, you respect it more. You're more in tune with your equipment and all that because you started with the like bullshit.
It's
You
like
gotta
the
learn.
investment crap, you know.
Oh, yeah.
One of the early tips is like, if you start out with like $100,000 and you've never practiced the essentials, then you're just gonna lose all your money.
Probably gonna lose
Yeah.
it.
Doesn't matter how
Yeah.
much you have. But
I can't-
I was thinking like with the idea of, oh, I'm sorry.
It was nonsense. I
Make it-
can't lose.
All right, good deal. So the idea of social media, you know, everybody wants to crap on social media,
Yeah.
which, you know, I'm guilty of it because it's worthy of shitting on. But we could look at it like drugs.
Mm-hmm.
the drugs themselves aren't bad.
Right.
That's
It's
true,
how
yeah,
people
it's-
use it. Like social media is not bad.
Yeah.
It's just no one, since they're new.
People don't stop using
Yeah,
it.
people don't know how to properly just handle them in a healthy way. I mean, there are some people that do.
Yeah.
You think
Yeah,
we're going to be
obviously,
able to handle it better down the line?
Oh,
You think there'll be
yeah.
people
Absolutely.
like eventually? Because we don't have a war on it like we do like drugs and shit.
Yeah.
That'll never clear up until that is demolished, right?
Right.
But with social media, at least it's open to like free range learning, I guess, so you can learn how to do it better.
Yeah.
That's like, I haven't, other than the podcast stuff and then like contacting people, I haven't posted shit on Facebook. And I'll go and, I'm not gonna lie, I go look on Reddit and shit. But as far as posting and interacting and looking for like a like or a comment, it's like that ship has sailed. I'm just like, fuck this, like, you know. But because of all the anger, because of all the polarity on the internet right now, and just all the COVID stuff, all the
Madhouse
politics.
on the internet.
Yeah, it's just it's not worth getting into. But I'm not like disgruntled. Like I'm super okay with people utilizing it.
Right. Or would you say you're gruntled?
Yes, just a tad bit gruntled.
So gruntled.
That's weird to say. I'm a little gruntled right now.
Yeah.
Each time we get in an argument,
You don't sound gruntled.
No, they.
Sound quite dis.
I'm there. The fuck.
Quite is the best part of that. Quite dis.
But no, I can see where you're coming from. I just like I've tried now to look up. I stopped looking up like self-help stuff because I realized what a vicious cycle that is to like self-help and all that bullshit, and just try to do like even with, like when we did the company.
Such trash.
And I know the cycle that Sarah's talking about like buying all the stuff, thinking like that's it, and then not putting it. There's a word for that and a phrase for that, and I forgot the book that it comes from, but it's
Masturbation.
Yes,
yes,
it is.
mental masturbation or something. No. But what it boils down to is you're exerting too much of the consuming and not enough of the action. But
Right.
they condense it into a little nice package of a saying that's just like whatever. But it's an overabundance of consuming, not enough action. And that's what you're talking about. And we, when we went out and just like recorded whatever, it's just going out there to and make movement towards.
Right.
You don't have to fucking do anything.
Steps.
Yeah. Sometimes I would just drive around and wait for the phone to ring.
Yeah.
When I was like first
I'm
with the company.
in the area. I'll be right there.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll feel my presence.
Yeah. You'll
I
fucking know
know
I'm
you
out
need
here.
an electrician.
I look
That
like I'm
wire
doing it.
looks a little frayed.
I wonder what that is. I wonder why that's a hard barrier, because with the company, I think pain is one of the reasons why we started the company, right? Mm-hmm. Pain in our personal life and pain in our professional lives, that we were just like, you know what?
Yeah.
It can't be no worse.
Can't be worse for sure.
I think you got to get there with most of the things that you're trying to. If you're trying to get out of the rut or the normality of your life, you have to like feel a certain amount of like, fuck this, you know?
Yeah,
Like, this
definitely.
sucks.
You gotta have some fucking in your body, or
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen.
This
Done with
fly
this
Stupid fly,
got
dude, is gonna
in.
be the death of me.
I know. This fly has gotten in, and I really respect this fly for doing what it's doing. It's going to die in 24 hours, but
Casper wrecks
Definitely.
them around the house, man. She's got like
yeah.
a fly swatter.
yeah.
And like for somebody that, she's vegetarian, she loves all
she
animals,
fucking-
Yeah.
she destroys them.
Yes, you're not welcome in my home.
probably takes great
Like,
pleasure in
Oh,
it.
shit. She, I feel like she ended up breaking a thing. I was
Oh,
supposed to
yeah?
ask you about it, but it's irrelevant. It's been a while, so just like, what
This
do you
was
do?
I was gonna say 17 months ago. Why
Either
would I
way.
say that?
Every once in a while, I'll kill one. Like I'll just clap them, you
Yeah.
know. And
Mm-hmm.
she kind of looks at me and she's like, "What are you doing? That's gross.
That is gross.
What?
But we have a swatter for that. I
take
can't
There's
use
no
it.
time for
I
that.
take the spray. I wait until it's on the window and I spray it, and in like 2 minutes they're fucking season out, dude.
Hell yeah.
I mean, just spinning in circles on their back. I forgot. I wanted to tell you this. It's not like super great, but we came home one day and some of my I guess like potting soil from one of my plants on the windowsill
Yeah.
was everywhere. And
Oh, it looked like a bomb went off in this
for
pot.
real, dude.
Yeah.
A fly must have fallen in it. I guess because we spray, it must have gotten poisoned, and it fell and it landed in it, and it was spinning around trying to get itself out and fucking threw dirt everywhere, dude. It was crazy.
You ever seen the videos of those
Yeah.
those guys that'll smoke spice, but then their body doesn't react well to spice, and then their body just starts like seizing in the
Yes.
weird ways. It's like your body shouldn't move that way, but I've had dreams before where my body didn't quite work like it was supposed to.
Yeah.
Almost like random neurons firing, and your body's just making these weird whatever.
For sure.
That's
Like a
what
meth
it.
seizure.
Yeah, that's
With
what
flies.
that poison does to these flies, right? It doesn't technically hurt them. They don't know they're making the movements. They don't know they're suffering. They're just like fucking
a-
delirious.
It's like
Yeah.
a neurotoxin.
Yeah, and then their body just starts fucking flailing.
You know what I did the other day? I feel like it was particularly mean. There was a cricket in the litter box. And crickets jump. I don't fuck with crickets.
Yeah.
And I know they're supposed to be like, good luck. You're not supposed to kill them. I tried to kill this bitch, and it just wouldn't die. So I covered it with kitty litter and walked away. And
Hell
it
yeah.
suffocated.
Buried alive.
Couldn't get out of the.
Definitely one of the meanest things I think I've ever done.
It deserved
That's all
it.
right. Fuck that thing. Get out of my house.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, fuck, dude. I have to scoop this litter, and this thing's going to get me. I will die.
No, you won't.
It died.
Did you get my article about that Francis Galton guy, the eugenicist guy? That was like back in the oh shit, maybe it was 1886. I don't know.
I vaguely remember a face.
Yeah.
So no.
So that's a no. No, but the
Tell me
guy.
about it, buddy.
So his
Apology hype.
That's right.
his whole idea behind the world is that at this point in history, we have mastered our surroundings. We have mastered nature, right? We can live amongst nature without being fearful. There is no more what is it called? When not survival of the fittest, but when you evolve because the weak die off,
Right,
whatever that's
I
called.
guess it's like Darwinism, but I can't think of.
Yeah.
I
So
feel like survival of the fittest, but it's the opposite. The dumb ones die.
yeah, the
Yeah.
dumb, stupid, weak, the
Natural
ones that you have to
selection
put
is
on
no longer
natural.
a thing. Oh.
That's
Thank
it.
you. Yeah.
Natural
Well,
selection.
yeah. It's like,
So-
why are you hitting me? I'm helping.
It's a
So
jacked hit.
once we get to a certain level in society, we don't have to. That doesn't become an option because you have a welfare state that takes care of the weak and dumb, and the less intelligent. I mean, you name it. I'm not being rude to those people who realize that their kid is really stupid.
Yeah.
But I'm
No,
just
you
saying.
Killed them in the womb.
Their genetics are weakened. Their genetics are not superior. Not saying that there's any race or type of people that's better or whatever.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Yes,
There's
some-
shitty black jeans. There's shitty white jeans.
Shitty Chinese jeans, shitty
Blue
Japan
jeans are always good though.
Japanese. But
Some people just clearly have better genetics.
so
Michael Jordan.
his ideal was he was going to take these Nobel Prize winning like authors, scientists, all this shit. He's going to collect their semen, and I don't think they were named in the matter, but he was going to
He's gonna
give
drink it all.
Right.
he's going to give the choice back to the female. So back in
Yeah.
the day, females really didn't have an option when it came to picking just a sperm donor, right?
Right.
The doctor would just give them any random fucking whatever. Well, now this
God.
doctor gave the choice back to women, and he was like, you can pick the same genes you would want in a mate, but through the sperm clinic, right?
Right.
And a bunch of these sperm clinics popped up. You had, professional athletes, you had scientists, you had just a bunch of different shit. Movie actors and all that shit. And then women could choose. And I think his only stipulation on the female side was that if they're in a marriage, that the husband is infertile. So it had to be like,
Yeah, they actually needed it.
needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get a divorce so I can have Michael Jordan's baby.
And that they could financially take care of the kid, right? And I'm sorry, the more I started reading on this, because it came from like a Reddit thing, and I was like, I'll look this guy up just to see. But the more I read, I was like, this dude is a fucking genius. Because I even look at myself, and I'm like, I'm not all there on certain things. I have autoimmune diseases. I have like just
dental
mental
issues.
issues,
Yeah,
dental
you're
issues.
built like a tank.
But
Exactly. This motherfucker can do anything and survive all.
If any human was Geodude, it's you.
Yeah.
imagine like genes that were taken from me, like the things that I'm very good at are that are good about me, then mixing them with another person that's just phenomenal on the other side,
It would
another person that
remove-
doesn't have any diseases or anything.
Right.
Like put all that together and you have these like a fantastic human to where otherwise you would have a whatever human.
Yeah, or they could like remove like the autoimmune part of it
Yeah.
and then, throw that bitch into a cup.
I'm down for it. They need to bring it back. They got rid of most of the clinics after the guy died. And like they were like, "Ooh, we're not gonna say that there are weak people in the world, and we're gonna be a welfare state and all this shit." But when it comes to, are you not like down for that?
I'm down for it because the alternative is something I was reading about earlier. Not in the sense that like it's an official alternative, but I'm reading the Tom DeLonge book.
Yeah.
God's Man of War. Part 1. But they're talking about like in the olden days, like the Sumerians and going up to the biblical shit, all that crap. It was like child sacrifice was common.
Yeah.
And, there's speculation that, like, it was just a means of separating the strong from the weak.
It's an awesome
Like,
idea. We should
this
do that.
kid is fucking worthless. Let's sacrifice him to the gods,
Yeah.
get the blood out there. And
He literally ate poison ivy.
Oh,
We need to get rid of
yeah.
him.
So that's a
Yeah.
new theory.
so,
To all that is that that's why they did the sacrificing, or is it just something that happened?
that's just a nice little side effect.
Oh, okay.
It's like, all right, they're getting rid of the weak people of society so that only the strong carry on the genes.
Right.
And it's better for humanity. And
Yeah.
then we have the thought to where it's like, oh, we're so superior because we have TVs and iPhones, but everybody's fucking retarded these days.
Everybody's
Yeah, dude. It's
not
crazy.
so intelligent.
Because, you look back, it's like, oh, man, the founding fathers were so brilliant. They wouldn't exist in this time. And, people that created society were around then. And it just
Right.
seems like, oh, we get dumber. But maybe we don't. Maybe it's just like the whole thing of, oh, we're the last good generation. Kids today are fucking stupid.
I feel like we definitely are getting dumber.
Yeah.
For sure. I think we're improving in some areas and then dumbing down in other areas that are important.
We're not utilizing the technology properly. Like
I know. Imagine what
using
you
it
could learn.
to be even dumber and consume more and all that shit. You have all these things that make shopping and all the errands of the world.
Yeah, the
easy.
mundane bullshit
Yeah.
is so easy to do.
So now you don't have that, and you have more time to create, build, do, you fucking name it. Whatever you want to do that is productive and helps the world, and you choose not to. You know what I mean? Like most people, and me, I'm there too. And that's what I told a buddy of mine. We get in a conversation about this all the time, and I'm like, I am always putting myself in that group. Like the one that, like, if a bomb was to come tomorrow and kill off all the weak and only leave the strong, if I am a part of that group, I'm completely okay with that. Because I'm not excluding myself from the dumb, the weak, the whatever. Like if that's me, take me. Because I don't
You're
belong
certainly
here.
not in the
Right.
weak.
I hope not.
Oh shit.
Fucking hope not. I don't want to go.
Maybe leave you in the dumb pile, but
Just that's what I felt when I hit myself in the head. I was just like, oh, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
I immediately thought about when you fell off the boat or whatever and like hit your head.
Yeah, dude.
Seriously.
How
yes.
is this dude's brain not mush?
I
I fucking
know.
forgot about that shit.
Got a skull like Colossus, man.
I know it's so
We,
big too, man.
I felt bad about this ever since, but we went down to our friend's house one time for like a
Oh
a cookout or something, and he had a hard hat, so he put that shit on, and we started hitting him in the head with a fucking stick just to see how hard we could hit him.
Yeah.
Which
I was
is
seeing who could
horrible.
break the hard hat.
Who
So
could
just a
break that
test
shit.
starter.
It did finally break, but I felt so bad because I actually hit him too. I really wish I hadn't. Like, I really wish I hadn't. But
One of the
Done is done.
guys-
Got him.
I was gonna say, yeah, one of the guys, man, he was an apprentice of mine, and he took his opportunity and
Unleashed.
fucking unleashed fury on my head. Which I'm that type of guy. If some shit happens, like I'm always gonna roll out of it like it's all okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play things off and shit. And that's usually how I approach everything. Even with like the wreck, I was completely fucked laying in that ditch, and I was like, is the car okay? Is the lady, is Sarah okay? Can I get up? And you know what I mean? Because I always want to pretend like nothing's going on,
I
even
know
though
exactly
I don't have a limb.
who I am and where I am and what happened. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I swear, man. I don't know what that is about me. Maybe that like goes back to something as a kid. I always make sure that I like, fucking knew where I was at. Even like drinking, I wanted to know that I could get myself home. I'm the fucking one in control, even if I was completely drunk.
Well, I'd say yeah, because you had no control as a kid. I mean, if you want to take it all the way back, you had no control over a shitty situation.
Yeah, so I
for
guess
sure.
I don't know, build up that wall of like everything's cool.
Yeah.
I want a peanut butter sandwich. You get a spaghetti sandwich.
That's exactly what I wanted. I just mix
Mustard
up
sandwich.
peanut butter and spaghetti. That's what I meant.
Yeah, but back to that general thing, like if I'm a part of that group, if you're a part of that group, like you
Definitely a
don't.
part of that group.
This is a very
Thanks
like.
for leaving me out, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just feel like that you're not a part of the group, but I just feel like, you know, if that's what needs to happen, that's what needs, because that's why we're in the state we are. We have too many dumb people consuming, thinking that the overall goal is to have as much money as possible and
Yeah.
live this dream and have these kids that, like, the first one come out an idiot.
Yeah,
Why do you
stop.
want another one?
Having kids.
Mountain
He sent
Dew
me-
and mansions, baby.
He sent me this picture of this dumbass kid. It's terrible genetics. You can just tell by looking at the kid. And then this stupid thing had a big fucking Band-Aid on its face right in the middle of it. It's like, just kill it. Get it off the earth, dude. Shoot it into space. Do something.
You say shoot it in the skull.
Shoot it. I know that's what I thought was
Shoot it
going to
into
happen.
space.
But
Yeah, what if we started using all dumb people for like experiments and stuff?
yeah,
the
but
bottom
then you
of the
cross
barrel.
the line, and then
I'm cool with
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
and then you have
cross
to go
that
through,
line.
You have to go through hundreds of years of fucking like apologizing to the said group, and then like being overly like kind to them.
I
And
can't imagine ever happening. Well,
worst
but
positions.
look, if this is just the way the world's going and we're just getting rid of dumb people, eventually they'll all be gone and you won't have to apologize to dumb people.
Remember in 2022 when they genocided stupidity?
Yeah. We're
Sorry
not
about
sorry.
that.
Yeah.
Stupider people too.
I feel like the questionnaire for that would only
What's
have to be
genocide?
5 questions long
Yeah, it wouldn't
to
have to be
pick
a
off
lot.
the idiots.
Yeah.
Like, I
definitely.
mean, they could get 5 really, really deep questions. You don't answer them right, you're gone.
They're like,
and
I
they're
don't know what
multiple
this
choice.
means. Yeah.
No. I was thinking they should be like fill in the blank. It would
Oh,
be like
shit.
essay style. Like write a paragraph
For sure.
for an answer.
You can
So they
ask
feel
one
like there's
question.
no
Yeah.
wrong
Yeah.
answers.
'Cause yeah.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing where it's like with I-step testing and shit, you know, it's like if you have the written part, you can bullshit your way through it
Yeah.
if you have half a brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't, it's like, I didn't finish the section.
Yeah.
This is all misspelled, Josh. What are you doing?
Definitely.
But I don't know. I'm super okay with it though.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with it.
For sure.
And not like I'm completely okay with it being me, but I do feel like we're at in like a crossroads where it could go one way or another. I passed this girl like that was trying to like go viral so that like millions of people all at one time could like meditate on the same thing about like healing the earth. So rather, which is dope
cool
because
idea.
I believe in the metaphysics, but
Yeah.
also we could all just get millions of people together and figure out a way to reverse what we've done, like take action instead of sitting in the house and believing it up here.
Well, it seems
Yeah.
like the idea, though, of everybody meditating together to heal the earth isn't to heal the earth. It's so that we can live.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Earth
yeah.
is going to be fine.
And so we don't have
Hmm.
to do the shit that needs to be done to prevent the bad shit from happening.
Yeah.
They're like, we can all just sit in the house and believe it, and it'll
Put on our
happen.
new age hats and save the world.
Yeah.
How about you stop fucking littering?
Yeah, dude. You know how I feel about littering. I can't fucking stand
Yeah.
it. We were driving somewhere, and the whole
Oh,
side
dude, I
of
don't
the
know what
road-
happened. Something exploded.
It's like someone just took a trash bag and held it out the fucking door.
Yeah.
Just
Remember
Why?
that time I
Stop.
cleaned up the highway and
Yes.
there was those trash bags and the lady's Mel was there and I debated for weeks on should I go to this lady's house and be like, hey, I don't know if you did it or somebody else, but here's all this trash bag.
Mm-hmm.
Because I debated and I was like, you know what? That would make me no better than some other asshole.
You
like
left your gate open, your trash got out.
your trash got
Yeah,
out
dude.
and it ended up on a highway 45 minutes away.
yeah, nowhere close to you.
Yeah,
at
dude.
all.
But we've saw like where obviously somebody like pushed off a refrigerator or a dishwasher or a bed, and it just I don't know that amount of like not give a fuck, and for the people who don't believe that we are expediting climate change and stuff, for those people, like all of it's obvious, all the problems and the new diseases that are about to take out all the bananas. You like
Oh,
bananas,
dude.
motherfucker?
The bananas are gone.
Yeah, like all these diseases that are popping up and spreading, and the heat and the ice caps that are melting and the permafrost. Like, but no, you just have this. It's all good. It's all it's false. It's fake. It's the government trying to sway us one way or another.
I
Like
know.
that's come on,
Talk
man.
about fucking denial. I mean, finding any reason as to why it's not true. Well, it's a conspiracy theory. Of course it is. The government's just lying to us or whatever the fuck it is. Just throw your trash away and fucking
That's
do
it,
what
or-
you're supposed to do. I just don't understand.
Try to find new ways to do
I
stuff.
feel like we should always operate on the assumption that the government's lying to us, but don't let that be the reason that you
Yes.
behave in the way you do.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
they've proven many times that they are lying bastards
Yes.
that will fuck the population over.
Yeah. We're
Take some
good with
personal
that.
responsibility.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
I think that too, though. That's a lot of these movements, a lot of these groups of people that get together and are a part of that like disbelief system. It comes from a place of not wanting to actually put in the work, but just get angry enough to rile everybody up, and like that's what. Okay, for instance, the January 6th thing, or the January 6th thing, right? The FBI says in the report that they had no plan when they went into the Capitol. There was no written
okay,
plan.
that, yeah.
There was no.
It's like you forgot it happened. Yeah.
I was like, was there a bunch of snow?
Yeah. So the argument behind this is that they didn't have a plan once they got in the Capitol. Really, the only plan at all was to protest outside of it.
Show up and show out.
Yeah, something happened where they fucking entered and there was no plan after that, right? The FBI said that. On the one side, they say, see, we should be excluded from all these charges because we had no plan. We weren't going to kill them. We're not criminals. We just whatever.
Yeah.
Disregard what we did because we didn't plan on doing it.
Yeah.
It's just not premeditated, bitch. You still did it.
On the other side, though,
So it's
that
like
you have
manslaughter, breaking and entering.
Yeah.
you have a government that is swaying that whole argument. Like, I don't know, man. It just they don't have a plan. Like they don't have anything outside of the conspiracy theories and all that shit. There is no plan of action. There is no thought afterwards. There's the words that are fed to them through these news outlets or alternative media outlets. And then it just ends there. There's no plan of action. There's no nothing. They just feel like somebody's going to come back and save them and we're going to be business as usual. Climate change is going to go away.
Well, look here.
Yeah.
It's because people don't have control. They feel like they don't have it. They know they don't have it. And instead of getting to the bottom of it, they cling to their thing.
Yeah.
That's why I saw a thing where they were talking about conspiracy theories. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, it makes people feel better because, they piece this together, they piece this together. Mm-hmm. They're on top of things. It kind of makes up for the fact that they feel like they don't have any control.
They don't have control.
So they cling to their shit. Maybe unite. Work it out. Elect a leader. Let's get Jesse Ventura
That's right.
to lead the way.
I also watched
If
a
he'll leave
secondary
Mexico.
a secondary video to that was like it also too, depending on the person, if they've gone, if they're in their 40s or whatever age, and they feel like they haven't really accomplished things in life and all that, like they feel less about themselves, they have to outwardly project and blame somebody for their lack, right?
Yeah.
So conspiracy theories gives them the perfect outlet to blame the big guy upstairs. Not God, but
The other God.
Yeah,
don't know.
government.
The
Government.
elected God. Every president has a mandate from above.
But I totally get that, dude. When I fell at something, what's the first thing you want to do when you know you're good at something? You know you're fucking great at something,
Right.
and you fell at it. What's your first thing you do?
Maybe I thought I was better than I really am.
Right.
I'm gonna go work harder.
Well, see, that's a healthy way to put it. Most of the time,
feel
you
like
come
it's
up
like,
with a
oh well, all these things were going on at that
Yes.
time. I'll
Fucking
just have
Mexicans.
To, I'll just have to do it again. Yeah, dude. Seriously.
yeah. So you have to come up with an excuse as to why you fell at it. I don't know if we were taught that when we were kids, like our parents did.
That's a big thing. Like, whenever kids were we'd play basketball and stuff.
Yeah.
If a kid got a free throw, like obviously on the playground, not organized.
In the NBA.
If he missed it, he's like, interference!
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up! You missed that
You
shit.
failed. So
Yeah.
just get over it.
Your fat ass can only rebound.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh shit. Should practice more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and I mean it's exactly right. That's like me. I've there's things I worked at, but when I come short, when I fall short, or things at work, I feel like I'm a great electrician. But when I fall short, I want to like immediately, without even trying, I want to go to an excuse. But then I'm like, back off, and I'm like, well, we'll fucking, I'll go fix it, do better next time, practice more, whatever. But it's hard for a lot of people to do that. So
Dude,
conspiracy
people
theories.
appreciate that shit so much though. When you own up to your own shit,
Yeah.
they almost never do people get mad. They're
that was
like, oh, okay, cool. I
Yeah.
It's the
understand.
thing, like whenever we were kids, and like I would just instinctively make an excuse about something, and Thos is like, "Don't blame it on other things.
Yeah,
Take
definitely.
ownership for your mistakes."
Hell yeah.
It's like I hated it then. It's like, it's just good
It works
parenting.
good
He was
now.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Look, and I get little kids doing it. Like
Yeah.
you don't want to be in trouble because you literally have no control over anything.
you're
at all.
5.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're 40 and you're pulling that shit,
Yeah, you need to grow the fuck up.
yeah.
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 But I feel a strong sense of that's what's going on in the current climate. Is you have a lot of people because the group of people are pretty much they're all alike. There's not a different one in the bunch. They're all alike. And
know, dude.
it makes you wonder if that's the driving factor. Are they mad at something internal or something outside of what's going on, and this is just giving them an outlet to attach to, be like, yep, that's why the fuck whatever happened.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's why.
definitely.
I don't know, man.
That's why, bro.
That's right, bro. bro.
Motherfuckers.
No, I don't know though. Yeah, but overconsumption. That's
Oh my
what
god.
There it is.
I'm trying to get better at utilizing, like YouTube or anything outlets like that. Mostly YouTube is where I go. But have you noticed the overwhelming amount of just dog shit material on YouTube? Like you
Yeah,
can
but I don't
find,
watch it.
Right.
It's
But
there.
how do you know before you watch something if it's going to be actually insightful, actually beneficial? Like, how do you know? You don't. You have to
You
watch
don't.
this shit. But I guess you have to know.
I mean, you can
the
generally tell pretty
signs.
early on, though.
Yeah. You have to fucking see it coming. Like, we're going down that road.
Because then if it's like a historical thing, you could just like fact check what they say in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then if it's opinion piece, she's like, well, it's opinion. Who cares?
Oh,
But I
okay.
mean, for that, I tend to stick to the critical drinker. Like, it's a Gundam, It's
Yeah.
like, all right, those guys are cool. I'm all right with them. But, branching out, you just got to test the waters, man. Dip a toe.
And I think too that's I've fallen in that trap of self-help, especially on YouTube, because you get
Bleh.
it. There's actually like a thing behind that is that you feel like that you're actually accomplishing after watching a video and getting that boost of that good motivation feeling, that good dopamine, and you actually feel like you did something without even doing something. And that's something to watch out for as far as videos go. You want something to learn, but when I'm learning something in real time for like the camera or Premiere Pro, for instance, like I'm fucking mad. If I know that I'm making progress, if I'm frustrated as a motherfucker, right? If I'm like, this is mentally tough, like, or physically tough for that matter, that's how you know that you're like actually exerting
Yeah.
effort
For sure.
instead of just watching effort.
You're progressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you get that because it's hard. Like learning's hard, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's what I guess it was when I was going to AA. I was standing up I would host the meeting. I don't know if host is the right word. I don't remember now, but
Hosting, it sounded
Lead.
like you were talking about a roast, though.
host
Hosting
the
the roast.
yeah. And even I did it as frequently as I possibly could, and I still got nervous every time. And one of the guys, that's what he said, is that you're nervous because you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, like you're doing something different. And that's exactly what it never mattered how frequently I did it. I would get nervous every time.
It's
It was some
good to be
different
that
shit.
way,
Yeah. It's definitely, public speaking is not my shit at all. I hate it
I've
more
done-
than anything.
I've done jobs where I'm like completely like I've never fucking done this outside of like those CO2 engravers,
Yeah.
like the laser engravers. And I worked on that piece of equipment. I told the guy before, and I was like, I've never even touched one of these. It was like, but I'd be interested. And sure enough, by the end of the job, I had them both working. But it was that, and trying to get over that hump of not knowing, I was just like scared, nervous. I was anxious about it. But I guess you just have to cross that barrier to see if it's worth the effort, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
It's weird.
I think
Dip
it
a
is
toe.
worth the effort. Dip a toe, you and this toe.
I think even if you learn something, if you learn something though that isn't beneficial later, or it may be beneficial later, but if you learn something and you feel like you don't like it and shit, at least like you built a new neurological pathway.
Seriously,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like some way to think differently than how you think right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think people overlook that. They always have to have like a fucking end goal, and it has to like abide by my vision of how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, for sure.
In
And,
reality, you just need to learn and do.
yeah, if it's not pertaining to this thing, I'm not doing it.
But what
Yeah.
about once you just learn and do, and that's your method of life? Like, how do you
a
expand
great
beyond
idea.
that? Because I mean, it seems
putting
like
the work in to do it.
well, I mean, the whole thing is like you step out of your comfort zone. Stepping out of your comfort zone, you learn something new, and then you apply it.
Mm-hmm.
And so once you do that, I mean, is there a step above that, or do you just continue that for every section of things?
I would say you would continue to do that, right?
Yeah, well, and I guess you could like teach other people.
Yeah, or
to-
you can
to
build-
spread the knowledge.
Build on that individual thing that you learned and applied. You could just
Yeah.
go back and relearn a different way to do that.
I'm a
same
master
project.
architect now, but I can't get work. You could always teach at a college.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you always teach.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Could make cakes.
A big thing
Cake
that
architecture.
helps us
Hell yeah.
is actually like helping other people start or take the jump or whatever. That it benefits us a lot to do that. As far as like people who want to start a company or jump outside of their comfort zone, we like try to push that. Like just be uncomfortable for a little. If you don't like it,
Yeah.
the alternative is always there waiting.
Right.
For some reason, I don't know why that is.
Well, and just remember,
Always.
the job's the same shit you've already been doing. The only difference is you don't go somewhere to like
To do it,
To
you-
do
you
it,
do it
yeah,
for
you're
yourself.
just doing it yourself,
Yeah.
which is really weird. It is weird, but
I would, and that's why
it's not so weird that I wouldn't do it.
I know it sounded stupid when I said it the first time, but that's why I said the vision of like what it was supposed to be and all that shit was
Yeah.
so like, oh, I can't wait. I want to be my own thing. And then like the actual act of and doing it is not as glamorous as you make it out to be in your head. It's just the same. It's the same shit. Now you're just like handling all parts of it.
Yeah.
You know. So I think people need to quit glamorizing the outcomes of things and let life flow, especially in their 20s, man.
Yeah,
Especially in their 20s.
Yeah.
Let that shit go.
That is hard to do, though.
Yeah. Especially
But
when
yes,
you get to 30 and
definitely
like,
do
what the fuck I do.
Like in youth, I mean, for me personally, it was harder to not be outcome oriented. But with age,
yeah,
I assume it was just age. I don't know. I didn't put any effort into it.
yeah. It's
It's
probably
like,
age, yeah.
I'm a lot less outcome oriented. It's like the process. And shit. Oh, I know what it
Yeah.
was. It was that fucking Jimmy Eat World song. I forget the exact line. What is it?
Look at Jimmy World changing lives. Damn it,
I know.
I don't even know how I'd look it up.
Take
either.
it back. Whoa.
That's what it was. Yeah. Oh my God, it's gonna drive me nuts. Well, I'll remember it in an
Yeah.
hour.
I know it's a goddamn Jimmy Eat World song.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
something about enjoying the process or whatever. It's
I
like it's
know.
not about.
I think a lot of people say that though, and it's easy to say that, and it's not so easy to be okay with that. Because I can say that for anything. Enjoy the process of doing and all that shit. But in reality, like, I don't know, there has to be a switch that you click on for that love of the process. But I guess you have to like go out and be successful at something, right? Get to the goal that you thought was the goal that was in your head when you first started, right? Then once you get there, realize that the goal wasn't the fucking thing. It was the act of. It was the work leading up to it that was exciting, not the fucking goal.
To a degree, yes. But I think the whole thing of appreciating the process, it's like you can hear it until you're deaf or whatever. I don't know an expression for that. But
That's the one.
But it's like you appreciate the process, but when you don't, you get the feeling you're not doing the right thing. So then you become outcome oriented.
Because you have to have a milestone.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to have some way to know that you're
You're
doing right.
I'm doing
like,
this to get this. It's like knowing the difference between a good relationship and a bad one. You have to be in some shitty ones before you're like, oh, okay.
No. Yeah.
This is a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, that's a great example.
It's a really good one. That's why I told Sarah, said all the past ones, I've been married in the past, and I just didn't know like what a fucking relationship was. Like I based it on so many things, and then realizing like with her, like I mean when we first got together, I'm not fucking getting married. I was so against all that shit.
John
And it
Cena.
was- yeah, dude. It was just so like when you're in it. Because of your past experience. And you can't get that in your fucking 20s. You know why? Because you haven't experienced anything except for school,
Because you're a little
your
turd.
parents,
I mean,
and all that shit.
just
Now
a little turd.
you can drink legally.
For real, maybe.
Motherfuckers.
Depending on how old you are.
Just do your shit
So the
and
best
be okay
advice
with
is
it.
just fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But that's, I think too, I don't know, with regards to that, like, people always say, like, it's work. Relationships are work, marriage is work, whatever it is work.
I don't think it has to be.
I don't agree with that no matter what it is. I don't,
Yeah.
like the company, I don't think it's hard. I don't feel like I've, busted my ass at the end of a day every once in a while, but it's really just I'm brain dead.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that way. I don't feel like we have to really work at this relationship.
No.
I feel like it just happens. It happens fine.
And people do think that, like, they're like, I have to work to love this.
Yeah.
Because this is work, and this is how my parents live.
That is false.
Did you find
I
it?
found the line.
Look, I've been sitting here looking for, I feel like an eternity.
It's like until you want the work more than the reward.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Look,
Bam!
I typed in like, enjoy the process or something, and I was like, I'll never find. There's so many articles that popped up.
It's like I knew what era it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I think it's that one.
Look
Oh,
at you.
it's that one. So, just hearing that song, I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just got to hear it in
Changed
the
my
right way.
world.
Well, Jimmy World just making lives better.
Yeah, they do that pretty regularly.
We were listening to that Thrice, the new one, and I said that Thrice.
That thrice.
Yeah. And one of the songs was like, this reminds me of a song. And I just sat there, I just thought on it. It was another Thrice song. It reminded me of one of their other songs.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Figured it out though.
There's one song on there, like the guitar chords remind me of a Ghost song.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because like I immediately was like, oh shit, I want to listen to Ghost.
I hope it's the same song that made me think of one of their other songs.
That'd be cool.
It would be very cool.
No, it
It's a
wouldn't.
song of many songs.
Look at all these songs that come from this song.
Yeah.
That's really that song.
He came from it before it.
Adam doesn't like songs.
He
I
hates,
love songs.
He hates all songs.
Hate songs.
Look at you hating songs.
If I could, I'd just put all the songs in a pile and set them on fire.
So what have you learned through working on film and creating What have you learned thus far?
The biggest thing is that just because it looks cool when you're looking at it doesn't mean it looks cool on camera.
Yeah.
That
So
hurts.
It's a tough one, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That is a tough one. Or I guess something that fucks me up every time I'm looking at something like, and I think too it's because of the emotion that you get or feel that's attached to the vision that's coming through your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
messed
hard
up,
to do on a
It is.
camera and portray that.
Plus, I found that I was listening to some songs on that Music Bed app,
Yeah.
and some songs are like cool for certain things. It's like, all right, but sometimes a song can give you an idea for something, and it was just instrumental.
Yeah, man.
And I had this image, and I was like, all right, cool.
I'm gonna
steal
go here
that.
from the song. Yeah. Because I guess it provokes emotion, and it just depends on how you feel about it. But I guarantee you're not the only one. So if you were to put a visual aspect with something that you feel emotional about both of them, somebody else, a lot of people are going to feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to find that audience.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because like you can do a lot more with it than you can with just music or
Yeah.
just pictures.
Yeah, man.
It's like, all right, you can actually build a proper world.
And it doesn't have to have any we talked about not having like dialogue and all that to sway the audience one way or another.
Yeah.
Just have to have the emotion through the setting, I guess.
Plus, I like in movies or shows whenever somebody's having like a dramatic like breakdown kind of moment,
Yeah.
but like it's silent.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because like I
love
feel
that
like if
shit.
you hear what they're saying and doing, it takes away from it. It's like, I could be in an emotional bitch,
Yeah.
but if you can't hear it, it's like, I feel you.
You
It's
kind of
just-
place yourself in that moment
Yeah.
from a traumatic incident you had,
Yeah.
and then you can feel it more. I can see that
Definitely. So
being
I
the case.
think it takes like just a different kind of actor to be able to convey that much feeling and emotion without saying a fucking thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Brad Pitt.
I could never do that.
Brad
Sandra
Pitt.
Oh does that shit in
Sandra
Grace. You motherfucker.
She does.
Look at you with your eyes.
Eat your fucking eyes.
She's-
Fucking,
Just fucking wonderful.
With
And then
your
if you
looky
watch like
glasses.
interviews of her, she's nothing. I thought she would be just like Christina. She's nothing like her. It's crazy how far she is from being her.
Yeah.
Nothing like her.
Yeah, the good actors are good.
Yeah, dude. She's great.
I saw a thing. It was like Leonardo DiCaprio when they were filming The Wolf of Wall Street, and it was like in between takes, and he was just talking to a guy off camera. He was like talking to the cameraman maybe,
Yeah.
and he was just Leo doing his thing, and they were like, "All right, ready?" And then like you could see him just the change in his head, and he was like action, and he was a totally different thing.
That's fucking awesome.
It was awesome, like
Damn.
to see the transition.
Hell
It's like,
yes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That is cool.
I'd love to been there when Heath Ledger locked himself in
Yes.
the hotel
Oh,
room before Dark Knight.
Yes.
And just see like what, because you know that room had to get weird, right?
Hell
For him
yeah.
to get that character out of it.
Oh shit.
That's definitely a method actor is a different beast, man. When somebody can dive into and be something completely other than themselves, it's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's done it before.
Yeah.
And just really provoked emotion.
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto is another one. Yeah, for sure, man. That's a talent. A lot of people don't have that. I guess that's why a lot of people don't make it. Like,
No.
like you said, not everybody's a motherfucking actor.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
fucking way I could do that. If the character isn't me,
You, yeah.
I can't do it. I got nothing.
I think too,
just
though,
can't.
there's a difference when you're on a set, right? And on this set, they have created, let's just say,
guess a
Gotham
different
for as
world.
far as Batman goes, or yeah, Gotham City or whatever. So
Gotham?
they create this
Yeah.
fucking environment where you feel not only, and everybody's treating you like you're this character. So it's easier to get in that character when you're the setting around you. I mean,
Yeah.
you can engulf yourself in the crazy or the heroic
Yeah.
because of your surroundings.
It's important to build a proper environment
Yeah.
on set because like, if your people don't feel comfortable, you got nothing.
That's
That's why like, people love Lynch. Like he just creates such a great environment. You feel free to do what you do and contribute and stuff, but you're still there's a lot of communication and safety there.
Yeah.
It's important.
It would be really cool. I guess maybe too, like, you'd have to create in your head also. So this is who this character is
You
to
gotta
me
make 'em
and
up.
what they expect out of them. Yeah, and you got to give them characteristics. I guess that's it would take a lot though.
It's not just here's the lines.
Uh-huh.
Say this.
Yeah, definitely.
No, not like that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Not that at all.
Yeah.
There's no way I could do that shit.
So y'all gonna get with the TikTok craze and go meditate on the day that the meditation's happening?
No.
No, I thought
I don't
about
give
it and
a
I was
fuck
like,
about
probably not.
TikTok. God, that stuff can suck my dick.
Look
I
at
got-
me so mad.
Every once in a while, like Casper will send me
I fucking
basically
hate
on a
TikTok.
regular basis. She sends me TikToks, but I end up not getting entirely mad because she sends me good shit for the
Good
most
ones,
part. But there are
yeah.
so fucking many.
There's so
And
many
that whole just
dumb shit.
just
So
when
many.
people say it, like it triggers me.
I
I just want
know.
to rip the whole fucking site down.
Well, have you noticed that other sites too now, because Instagram aren't paying their creators, Facebook really doesn't pay them what YouTube doesn't.
Right.
Now all the social medias that have shorts or stories, they're all like just taking TikTok videos and putting them on their outlets. So everything you watch, at the end of it, it says TikTok or whatever. If you're on Reddit, they do it. It's just cross posts from there. Because apparently, like, TikTok pays their people pretty well. They're creators and stuff like that, and they're influencers. But
I don't know.
when it comes to all the other ones, are just stealing those videos and putting them on their shit. Like,
I don't
yeah,
see
watch
how.
this.
How do they monetize that shit?
I don't
know.
fucking know. I don't know. I think nobody knows how it all works. And they're just like, some people get lucky, some people don't. And they're like, the algorithms, man.
Because I mean, it feels like
It's definitely
scrolling
the
through,
robots.
like scrolling through Tumblr, like whenever they first started using
yeah.
ads. You know, it's like you just see a bunch of posts. Oh, there's a sponsored thing. All right. So you'd see a bunch of videos. Huh? There's a sponsored thing. Fuck that.
Yeah.
How the hell?
How does it work out?
That's beyond me. But
Yeah.
it's annoying.
Yeah. Moral of the story.
Yeah.
Moral of the story,
I wish
this
it
world
death.
is annoying.
I've seen some really stupid shit that after I watched it, I was like, what is
Wow.
even... Yeah. I've had... Of course, I mean, I don't have a TikTok, but I have people send them to me all the time. And most, like Casper always sends me good ones, and Brittany sends me good ones. But I've gotten some that I don't
I don't get
understand.
it.
Why did you make this, and why did I watch
Yeah.
this?
Hey,
Yeah.
but you know what's crazy is the fucking
world.
shit that comes off of TikTok. Like, I've had a couple buddies, right, that have sent me things that are obviously false,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but they'll be on a TikTok short
Dude.
and they will believe it
Yeah.
like it's motherfucking fact.
I know. That's why anytime shit comes up, Casper's like, "Oh, I heard this today. Did you get it from
Where'd you hear it?
TikTok?"
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't believe it.
Where the
It's
fuck
like,
you hear it
She'd
from?
sent me like some like stock things, and people were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I bought this stock and it went up." So I looked into it. It didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't make that.
But TikTok,
saying
like the
shit.
TikTok video, like somebody had said it on there, right?
Yeah.
Where the fuck do we live at when you don't even have to have facts anymore? They're just like, a motherfucker will fake
we
a
call
video
it America.
where they fucking stick a magnet to themselves. Clearly it's false. Or they'll do it like a barcode scanner from a store and they'll be like, see, something popped up. It's like, where the fuck do we live at?
I know, and I just don't get why people believe that shit. Like, without looking into
They don't
it
even
yourself.
have. You don't
just-
even have to just watch the fucking TikTok video or the
people are
Instagram
idiots.
videos.
I can't
That's
stand
how
it.
motherfucking stupid people.
The kids of the idiots on Facebook. Like
Yeah.
they repost the news. Oh, I saw this. This is real.
Yeah.
Look it up, bitch.
Yeah, for real.
One time when I was fucking growing up, and I still think about this to the day.
He's hype.
My motherfucking uncle, right? I was sitting there with him. I had watched earlier that this video popped up, and it was a fucking trailer for Hellboy. And I don't know if you remember the first trailer that came out for Hellboy.
Yeah. like
But
the
it
back
had
of
a
my hand.
newspaper,
Yeah.
and it had him like going across the city. And it was a blurry photo on a newspaper, and they were like Hellboy and stuff. It made it look very believable when I was younger. So I fucking went. It looked so real
Yeah.
on the TV. I was telling my uncle that is actually based on a true story. There is a creature and said whatever. I
Yeah.
was like, it's fact. I learned later that it was a trailer or whatever. I was just fucking stupid, and I saw that, and then I relate it as fact.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening.
Yeah.
But people haven't
But the
realized they're dumb
difference
as fuck.
You were a child, and these motherfuckers are adults.
If
Yeah.
you're 40, stop that shit.
Yeah.
Stop that fucking
Not
shit.
only are they adults, but they're adults on the internet with all the information in the world at their fingertips, and they fail to look it up and
Yeah.
confirm.
It don't even take but like 2 seconds, man. 2 fucking seconds.
Seriously.
Sometimes give it
Yeah,
2
okay.
minutes.
2
You
minutes.
know,
I'll give
things
you
could
2
be
minutes.
complicated.
Yeah.
But just dig a little.
Most of
Please.
the time, you can find the correct answer or whatever's been misconstrued very quickly.
Yeah.
It don't take long. But what is that? And if it comes from TikTok, somebody send me a thing and it's a news thing or whatever, I'm like, why the fuck would I watch this and take it as any type of fact whatsoever?
Maybe that's why I don't get some of the things. Maybe it's because it's like relaying it as fact, and it just sounds so absurd. I'm like, I don't get this. Like, I think they're
Maybe.
making shit up, and they are.
It's
but-
like the step beyond like conspiracy theories. As a means of control, people will just believe this fake world
yeah.
because it makes them feel comfortable.
Yeah,
Oh.
it definitely could be.
Who would get comfortable in chaos? Who would get comfortable in a world that is being ripped apart? Like, it's not that bad. In a lot of these
People that,
countries, where it's not that bad.
People that pretend it's not happening.
Yeah, I guess so.
And they're like,
Wow,
oh man, did you
motherfuckers.
see that this fucking bird over here builds cars?
Bird.
It can talk now?
We can talk now.
Oh, is it a parrot? No, it's no. What is it? No, it can talk though.
Yeah, that's the thing that
It's a
fucks me
dove.
up is I'd love to know like facts or basis for the stories or whatever. I don't understand how somebody can watch any of the videos that are out now and be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
this is real.
This shit with the
And immediately.
magnets, I've been thinking about it for a while now, regularly, because it infuriates me with the whole, you got vaccinated, you can now stick a magnet to your arm. Why is this a thing that people believe?
Somebody
fucking
posted it and
kill
it
'em.
went
Be
crazy.
done with them.
And then 100 other people hopped on board and they were like, oh, we can fake this too. And
So
Sounds like we need a lot of sacrifices.
a lot
know,
of
dude.
sacrifice to the gods.
over it. The shit that's
To the gods! Come up and give a life to the gods!
It's fucking crazy nowadays.
I think what annoys me most, though, is that they have the challenges.
I know.
Yeah.
Like every fucking day.
Yeah.
They're always like, oh, I'm going to do one. I'm going to do my TikTok challenge. I'm gonna, come up with some original shit.
I'm so
you worthless
over it.
fuck.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to watch you for the... Actually, plenty of people want to watch them for the 80th time.
but
They
no
do.
one that
That's what it
matters.
is.
Which
That's
annoys
what
the
the
shit out of
problem
me.
is.
My God, that's part of the problem.
We've been out with it, and that's the thing. I don't miss being out with people because we've been out with friends. Not lately. We have a couple that those are the ones we hang out with. The ones we
Yeah.
don't. The majority of the time when you're chilling with them, they're like scrolling through their phone. And have you ever watched a person do that? Like on the outside, they're just like same look as a person playing a slot machine.
Yeah, I watch
They're
it
just
every fucking day.
Almost-
of my life.
almost drooling, just like.
Eyes.
Yeah.
And then when they get like a momentary break from work or life or whatever, I mean, they go straight to that, and their face immediately changes, and they're just zoning and just fucking.
I mean, I do it with Marvel Strike Force, but at least I'm collecting like mystical elements.
Yeah, and
Well,
you'll put the phone down and go do stuff while it's playing.
Right. I mean, there's I don't have an issue with people. Like, I look at my phone and shit. Like, that's fine. Like, it's there.
but if
you
you're
have
interacting
things.
with people,
Right. If you're hanging out with your friends, like,
Yeah.
you know.
But the
get off your phone.
mindless scrolling.
Yes.
Just can't get
it's
away
so
from it.
stupid. We saw these people. We got tacos at a taco place yesterday, and this
I've been
dude. Yes, I love a taco place. This dude was just staring at his girl that he was with. He did not give a fuck what she was saying. He didn't even have a phone in his hand, and I kept expecting him to pick one up because he was just fucking mouth open, bored, like, why are we fucking together? He was so bored with her.
Yeah.
And she was pregnant. It was awesome.
and they had like 2 kids,
Yeah,
and she was
dude.
pregnant. I'm like,
Oh,
why
yeah,
would you
he's
continue
done.
this? Yeah.
He was thinking, how can I get out of this?
Yeah.
Can I run away right now and she'll never find me?
I would give my soul for this one to not be mine.
Yeah, no shit.
Give me a motherfucking raisin.
Yeah.
All right, man. Y'all ready to go eat some motherfucking food?
Simmer down. I want to tell you about bedtime stories.
Give me a hug.
Oh,
Have we talked about this?
Yeah.
no.
It's the YouTube channel. They tell like
Oh, mm-mm.
creepy shit, you know?
No.
Like, I mean, it's like it's the supposedly real stuff. I mean, some of it I'm familiar with. Some of it's kind of new, but there was this one I guess we watched last night. It was about this group of like hikers in Russia. It was in the 60s, I think.
I already know this story.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, where like
It's the best shit
It was
ever.
like Dead Mountain or some shit.
Yeah.
And like they cut their way out of the sleeping bag and just took off.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
I know.
It seems reasonable. Like if you unzip the bag and run away, there was something. But
You cut that. Well, and some of them, like, one was only wearing like one shoe.
Yeah.
And they were like not dressed appropriately for the snow
yeah,
at
he's
all.
got like underwear and a shoe on.
Yeah. Like
What the fuck?
happened? Yeah.
And all that shit was proven to be fact, right? All those
Yeah.
were...
Well, they actually, I don't know how they used it, but they used something that had to do with what's that fucking Let It Go? What is that?
Frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Thank you. They used something that had to do with this movie. I couldn't tell you what it was to figure it out. They determined it to be what's it called when the snow comes falling? I can't think of anything.
I was saying, you can't think of nothing.
Avalanche. Thank you. I know because I'm like jacked up about it, so my brain just shut down. Yeah, they determined it to be an avalanche, and they were trying to like run away from it. But they said originally that there were no signs of an avalanche having happened.
Plus, I mean, they talked about like the incline. They said it was at like a 30-degree angle or some shit, and it wouldn't have caused an avalanche that would cause them to have to run away. Plus, with the guy leading the shit being all,
like an expert.
yeah, dude knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
But then, did you see the picture of the Squatch-looking thing?
Oh no.
Motherfucker, dude. One of the people like in the group, like they had a camera.
Yeah.
And there was
That's
a
awesome.
camera of this thing, like
wanna see
peeking
that.
out from behind a tree.
That's fucking
Damn.
creepy.
And I mean, they're
Maybe
like,
I have seen that
experts have said it's only the size of a human, but I'm like, look at that motherfucker.
one. Right.
The big
Who's
ass
gonna come
human.
out here and pretend to be a squatch
For
in the
real.
middle of Russian mountains?
Yeah,
Fucking
dude.
cold and shit.
That's a different type of landscape, man. That's
Yes.
because you think about anything that's like out there hiding or out there that's been here. Let's say Bigfoot or a creature. Nonetheless, like there's places in Vietnam where they call them like the woods people that throw rocks and shit like that. They get mad when you come too close, and nobody knows what they are. They just the
Just
people that
accept
live
it.
there. Yeah, they're just like, don't go to the woods.
Don't
Like,
fuck with the woods, people.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you think like we watched a video where it showed like us and it showed like mountain ranges and they zoom out right and how insignificant like even Mount Everest looks if you were looking at the globe from a cross section, right? Further out into space. I mean, it was so insignificant. The landscape was so massive.
Yeah.
And you think about like what could be hiding here? A lot of fucking
Anything.
shit.
A lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
Basically,
of shit.
everything could be
Yeah.
hiding there.
So
for
people
sure.
go in their backyard and they'll find like a baby copperhead under a rock. It's like,
Yes.
it's in your backyard.
Yeah. Oh, you literally. Oh my gosh! I found
Yeah.
something that I didn't know was there.
Oh, shit.
In those mountains, very remote area, there's a shitload of remote areas still
Yeah.
left in the world.
Casper brought up something that kind of messed with me. She was like, since they cut their way out, like, what if something just materialized
Yeah.
in the tent? I'd be like, oh, get me the fuck out of here.
There was
Yeah.
I guess like the idea of aliens was brought up. I guess the Russian government shut that shit down, but
Of course they did, but
they
I
said
thought
there-
that.
Yeah, they said there was like some kind of bright flash.
Yes.
Like at about the same time
They
that they
showed
dipped out.
pictures of lights.
Yeah.
Because, like, there were people that had reported the shit in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And plus the idea that there were like levels of radiation
Yeah.
on the people.
Absolutely. I know. It's I think my favorite mystery that I've ever read. It is
Man.
very cool.
If anybody was wanting to know what that story is so they can read it, it is I don't know how to say this, the Yatlov group demise. If you look that up, and Yatlov is DYATLOV, group demise. It was an event in which
Yatlov.
9 Russian hikers died in the North Ural Mountains between 1 and 2 February 1959 in uncertain circumstances.
There was another one.
Thank you.
It was about this dude. They found him like washed up on the shore there. and like his I feel like his eyelids had been cut off, like his eyes were gone.
Jesus Christ.
His internal organs had been drained.
He had a bad day.
He got fucked up, and they were like,
Jesus.
"Yeah, we don't know what happened."
It's
A lot
awesome.
of there's a shitload of stories about like bodies that have been drained like that, to where it's like even medical at the time, like medical science
Yeah.
wouldn't have been able to like commit something like that with given tools around them or in
Right.
a remote area like that. There would have never been anything of that, and with no blood around them and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's like that cattle
It's
mutilation shit.
so yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, was it the aliens or was it a government?
it was definitely a government.
Government
Because it
alien.
always is.
Government alien.
Somebody,
cool.
I'm waiting for a buddy to text me about the pictures that came out about Biden, and he had this it's like a little square beside his ear. It looks photoshopped, but I guarantee there's gonna be a lot of people like, this is fact. But they're like, see, told you.
Yeah.
He has they said the Simpsons are never wrong. In one episode in the Simpsons, they take their mask off,
Yeah.
right, and then there are these eyeball people.
Yeah, Kang and Kodos. Yeah.
And that's what it's gonna come out fact, and this dude's gonna be an eyeball person, or
Right.
but I haven't
I'd
got
be
the text
so
yet.
happy.
Yeah.
I know.
I really hope that is the next
Simpsons are
thing.
like never wrong.
They're always right about shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. They're from a different planet for sure.
They're from Harvard.
Ah,
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
You don't
Yes.
know.
I don't know.
You don't.
Conan?
Okay.
Nice, man. Y'all ready to eat some food? Get the fuck.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's watch some Grey's Anatomy, boy.
Yeah, man, because we love Grey's Anatomy.
G and that.
Haven't watched it, watch that shit. If you made it this far, we appreciate it. Again, that's Sarah, that's Ian, I'm Adam. Hopefully next week we're going to bring to you a brand new guest to the show. I'm not going to say who they are in case they don't show up. Not don't show up, but if they
But can't come
They
for a
can't come.
reason.
If they
Yeah.
had to postpone and it doesn't happen as we think.
super interesting guys.
But
so
it's
hopefully-
not a woman.
It's definitely not a woman. It's a
It
dude.
is definitely a dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, man. Hopefully,
show.
hopefully they can come on and we'll bring a new guest, a new outlook, a new personality to the show, and hopefully they come back for more. But yeah, be looking forward to that next week. If you made it this far, we appreciate it. Like, comment, share, help us grow our channel. Support us in any way possible. Not money. We're not asking for money. Just likes and shares. That's about it. Yeah.
If you wanna donate, just go to the Freemason podcast and give to their Patreon.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, man. No, but thank you for listening. That was episode 121 of the Wildly Uninteresting podcast.
121. I'm buried in glitter.
Wildly Uninteresting podcast.
Scoop, scoop.